Times when this place gets kind of empty.
All right. You're listening, maybe watching, an episode of Transparency and Merit. And I'm Joe. Usually I do a show with Brian, but this is the finance corner. So listen up. All right, so there's a few things to cover here. All right. You got to ask yourself, do we have any representation? Is there any representation? Chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jay Powell, was caught with several others, by the way, buying the same debt instruments that the Federal Reserve has been buying and selling. They got caught. And what happens? Chairman Jay Powell comes out and recommends an investigation on himself. Normally, Congress would step in and say, hell no. And they would require some sort of independent investigation into all this, but not in this crazy setup that is our market. And so that's what's going on. And today is Wednesday, September 22nd, 2021. And there's going to be an update today, and we're going to find out more. And we're going to find out what's going on with Jay Powell. Unbelievable, shifty maneuvering. But look at the market. And you can't tell me I've been wrong. Every day, if you look at the indicators that I've been talking about, it tells the tale of the market. And when we had our big whatever that was on Monday, where the market dipped out, there was the indicators were all over the place. They weren't matching the. I don't think crude was bid down. The dollar was relatively higher, and we had a nasty day on Monday, and so, but. If you listen to me, I said, buy all dips right now. As long as the debt market, the 10-year yield is stable, we're not going to see a major fallout. And so what I've seen by a lot of the internet pundits was all kinds of fear. Everyone was saying, this is it. This is it. There was some kind of, I don't know what it was, some Chinese bailout happened, and I forgot the name of Evergreen or whatever it's called, some sort of thing. Everybody was calling that the market was done and finished, and that was it. And it was all just panic. And I was like, hey, dude, just buy the dips, and you'll be all right. And so we've been in recovery since. This morning. The market saw crude get bid way higher. The dollar is flat. It was a relatively a tad higher relative to other currencies, but it's basically flat. And the 10-year yield is completely stable. It was at the kind of the higher end of this kind of zone, its comfort zone, its stable zone. And it even came down a little bit from that yesterday, but today it's just stable. It's just sitting there. And with the Fed day coming out. We know there's not going to be any good economic news. So what we're seeing is a huge bounce up in the markets. Again, the high buying the big companies is right now the best way to go. Nvidia, and I know Apple's doing great. Tesla, Amazon, Alibaba, and here you go. Here's your futures market is displayed. It's way up. Futures across the board were up. So if you're doing your homework and you're at least following these indicators, the 10-year yield, crude, and the dollar, relative dollar strength. If you're looking at those three indicators, then you're probably doing a pretty damn good job of staying on top of the market. Now, lastly, we'll get into gold and silver, which has not been doing a whole lot. It's a little bit up, it's a little bit down, but I feel the best way to maneuver away from this market, if it's starting to scare you a little bit, which it shouldn't, it's going to keep going up. The Feds are going to keep buying the debt, and they're going to keep putting money into the market, and they won't be raising interest rates anytime soon. And I'm not your financial advisor. Go do your own homework. But this is the deal. Crypto, what's up with that? Crypto was under pressure, and it's been in a major dip. If you listen to me, I said buy all dips, and this week was a good opportunity for that. There's no reason for it. Look, the crypto market is manipulated just like any other market out there, but it is a separate market from NASDAQ and the Dow Jones and all this. So it's something that you own in theory. With gold and silver, you definitely own it, and that's silver's still my favorite choice right now. If you want to get away from the dollar, at least a little bit, if not a lot bit, I say go get some silver, but do your own research. But crypto right now, I think it's swinging up a little bit. Bitcoin's up about 5 or 6%. Look, this market is weird, but it's going to keep going up. And if you keep listening to a lot of the pundits on YouTube, you're going to get burned, because a lot of them are just instilling a lot of fear, and there shouldn't be any fear. There should be no fear trading going on. You should be buying with confidence on the dips. And that's about it for now. Let's see what happens with Jay Powell today. I'm really curious. I'm wondering, I'm not exactly sure what time that it all happens, but I'm sure pretty soon. And I don't know if the market will still be in session when that happens. Hopefully not, because who knows what they could say. Hopefully they'll all just remove themselves. All the Federal Reserve chair people will just get the heck out of town. We don't need them. We don't want them. And so, yeah, that's it. Listen to those indicators again. Tell me I'm wrong. Challenge me on it. And we'll get into it a little more next time. For now, that is it for this episode of Transparency and Merit. My name's Joe. And catch me in a little bit. I'm going to do a response video to one of Brian's last videos. I think I heard him calling out to me, Joe, respond to my boomer thoughts. Ow! All right, take care. Go to transparencymerit.com.